Alright, I've had a few people interested in learning about this thing I built. It's a ram pump, and people have been building them in this country since the 1840s, and although the technology I would say is much older than that, it's first written about from what I could find in the 1700s over in Europe. So, with that being said, what happens is the water comes down this drive pipe, the white one, goes through two one-way valves and compresses air in the big cylinder that goes up, and the water hammer effect pushes it past and compresses the air, and then it forces it back down, slamming one of the valves shut, and the only place it can go is out this black pipe up. So I'll show you where I've got this coming from. The water falls in about a 12-foot elevation drop, about 80 feet of pipe, 1 inch, to this 1-inch pump, and goes back up in this half-inch line. So it comes down to this ram pump on this line here, which I am getting from this little pond here. This pond is fed by a little bitty spring. It's about 4 gallons a minute. I sized the ram pump to deal with half of that for drier times. So I've got the one with the cap on it, goes to the ram pump, and the other one is an overflow that comes out right here. You can see the rings on the water. That's evidence that the water hammer effect and the pulse of this pump comes 80 feet back up this 1-inch line, all the way back up through here to right there. Now I've got that half-inch line buried. It's above ground right here, but it's buried all the way up through here, and I'm going to show you what it does all the way up the valley. And in an attempt to keep from boring you to death with a long walk, I have an ATV here. So, from the pump all the way up, there is 600 feet of half-inch line running through the valley where the spring is, all the way up through here. So it's running there. The water is not running anymore above ground for the feed, but it's coming all the way up through here. Like I said, 600 feet of line all the way up. It comes up about 37 foot in elevation. I'm not sure if you heard that, but that's 600 foot of half-inch line coming all the way up here. And it comes up the valley right here. It's not buried right here, but this is swampy. It'll be covered over with plants real quick. And under the road, where I'm going to put a fence, and in the woods here, is going to be pigs. Probably just a couple to begin with. But I've got about 20 extra feet of hose here. I'm going to put a bathtub right here, and it will overflow into this wallow and then back onto the road. But after 600 feet of half-inch pipe and pumping at 37 foot uphill, this is the water flow we've got. Now they may not look like much, but you have to remember that is 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I have not yet figured it out, but that's probably 800 to 1,000 gallons a day right there. And after the pigs get in here and while they're about, it'll seal this off, and this will probably pond up a little bit. But that's the ram pump and why we built it.